my goodness. Yay! Gosh. This cold will not embarrass me. Hi guys. I am sipping. I'm Mojipe. Hi everyone. Let's talk masculinity continues today. Don't mind my voice. It's the devil's work, and it's not work today. It's not work today because what we're about to talk about today is one very, very, very interesting topic, and we bring you quality content. Thank you. Happy Sunday, MC Pin. Thank you so much. I'm waiting for my guests to join. My guests, please. Oh my goodness. Come on, because I don't want to talk, and then wait for you guys because I'm still managing this voice like this. You got this. Coyote. Shout out to Coyote. Shout out to Real on Chorus. Yeah. So, as I was saying, oh my goodness, you guys have to just manage my voice like this. Because I'm still recovering from flu. I'm waiting for my guests. So, please, wherever they are, they should just come. The ADEDOTUN-DAVIS. Oh God have mercy. The ADEDOTUN-DAVIS. Coyote, do you want to join the live now? Even my guests are not here. Hey God. Sagoware. Hello. Samzarai. So okay. What happened now? Coyote, why did you drop out? I'm waiting for Tunji, Fola. You guys, no African time. Toby, Instagram, thank you. I love you. I love you so much. Samzad, Sneaks Dave, thank you so much. At last, the ADEDOTUN-DAVIS. At last. Yeah, at last. I'm waiting for Tunji. You know what they say? That the show must go on, whatever. That's what I'm doing here. Because I'm still recovering from flu, but it is what it is. The show must go on. So let's get to it. So FOLAJIMI, can you please join the live? I just sent you an invite. This is a good day. Yay! Fire boy! Fire boy!
Oh boy! I literally just drove in. Like I literally just drove home.
Are you serious?
I practically ran upstairs.
You didn't tell me that. What you told me was...
Yeah, I was in town already. Yeah.
Okay. What's going on with Tunji?
Where is Tunji?
You don't know. I just invited him.
The boy is a fafa.
Gosh, you guys, I'm just so ready to laugh because I know what you guys are up to. Like, I know you guys just make this thing like a cruise thing. It's okay. We Toppy, thank you for joining. Oh God, let's wait for. Am I supposed to wait for Tunji? Tunji. Yeah, I've sent him an invite too. Sorry. Have you had something to drink?
I had lunch. Before I got on the road.
Aderonki, that's Taiwo. Yeah, Taiwo.
Zero. Tunji is zero.
Yeah, Tunji is here. I've accepted his request. Let's hope he
Okay,
joins.
let me open the windows. And I jam my ID now. Now don't run come out. So light no deep.
Yeah, Taiwo, don't worry. This is episode 2, so it's looking like we're still just starting. You didn't miss much. You can still watch the kitty,
See this
the
papa does
episode
this
1
papa does
on
not have
YouTube.
video.
What's wrong now?
Hi.
Hey!
Ah,
I'm sorry I
oh,
came late for the party.
What's going on? Like literally, what's going on? Why did you come late?
I'm so sorry. I have no
I
he
excuse.
think
doesn't have excuse.
Jaco, Olawudi, thank you for joining me. God,
Money of Lagos.
yeah. Money, thank you. Oh, for buying my runaway boyfriend. Hey! So let's get to it now. How have you guys been? What's up with today? Did you go to church? Yeah, I didn't go to church. Oh, my second time. I didn't go to
I
church
went to
today.
church. Me, I went to church.
So did
Tunji,
you go
did
to
you go to
church?
church?
Today I don't
Ah,
feel like doing anything.
So the party has
ah,
started. Don't worry.
shame on you.
Imagine, Money said you are looking
I'm
like
so
today's
sorry.
fresh.
Ah,
Soji, she said you
money,
are
that's how
looking
you see
fresh.
it. Oh.
Really?
You can see the difference
Wow.
between a broad breeze and we that are here.
But
Hey,
seriously, why are you guys just finding
don't
anyhow?
go
You
there.
see that you're just fine like this. Why?
Ah,
Ah,
Jesus, stop
why?
there.
Ah,
Stop there.
mm. Okay, let me make the official introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Talk Masculinity 2.0. It's your girl, once again, introduced to me, Olakojo. This is the second episode. We started last week, and we are here to bring you what? Real talk. Please, Amal, why is my voice vibrating? From where?
Ah,
I
okay
can hear
for you.
myself.
Sorry.
J-Drug. Okay, so I have my honorable guests. Pardon me, this cough. It is well. FOLAJIMI and OLATUNJI. FOLAJIMI, ADEDOTUN-DAVIS. Yes. And OLATUNJI, OJOAWO. The good Yoruba brothers or the Yoruba demons. I don't know. They will
It's
answer
Tunji
for
that is a
themselves.
Yoruba demon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tunji is a demon. See the way that I run. In alone, me.
Goodness. So, yes, let's start. Uh, can we make our official introduction from Fola first?
Ah, you've
Thank
introduced
you.
us now.
Just introduce yourself. What do you
Abi
do?
now.
Ah,
Let
um,
us know more about you. Are you
I
single?
do
Are you
everything.
sexually? Are you available?
I do everything.
Are you hooked? Are you married?
I'm a few weeks away from being married.
Drum
Oh
roll.
In about
yeah.
in just about a month, I shall be a married man.
Yay!
Tell
Put
I'll no
some
tell
longer be
respect.
in
them.
the class of
Put some
this
respect
young
on
man
his
here.
name. Sonji, can you hear?
Is that why we are
So yeah,
here?
I'm FOLAJIMI ADEDOTUN-DAVIS. I'm I'm a businessman and I practice architecture. I have a chain of businesses. Um, I'm a man of God,
Ah, oh
and
God.
that's about it.
Heaven is the goal. Oh
Heaven is the
yeah now.
goal. Let me take my water because of
So
this one. You guys will
that's
help
about
me too. Okay. Next person. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Olatunji OJOAWO. Yep, I'm a student um, and a researcher, basically focused on electrical energy optimization, and that's about it for me.
See, people are saying you people should speak up. We know you are rich.
you
Even me
can
that I
hear
don't
us.
have voice, I have a voice like this. They can still hear me.
Sorry,
Ah,
I didn't
hey,
behind you.
Joe.
Sorry, sorry.
Sorry,
Can you
So,
hear us?
Moni said it's the baritone voice for me. I give up
which
on
one
you,
is
Moni.
them?
Me, I can't see this thing. I can't see the comment.
They should be. What's going on?
The last comment is when it started. The party started rather. That's Ade Ronki. I think that was a while back.
You should see comment.
Wow.
And see comment
Well,
as
okay, so
well.
let's get to it now.
Okay, so we highlighted 5 things.
Already.
Hopefully, we don't get to make it official. We just make it a flow conversation. Like I said, you guys will help me. I don't think I can talk so much with this voice like this. So the first one is cancel culture and gender inequality. Firstly, I would like to say thank you very much for coming on this live. Thank you so much. You're my real MVP. Wakanda forever. So
What kind of thing is
cancel culture, straight gender inequality, finding the one. Okay, so let's take it from cancel culture. So when I reached out to on WhatsApp saying that we need people, remember, I think Fola mentioned the fact that he's interested in societal expectations and pressures. And from my conversations with Tunji, I was able to pen down some of his interests, which is, um, fatherhood, emotional intelligence, then, and so on and so forth. So where do we start from? Should we start from gender inequality? So the question is, do you think males and females are treated equally in society? Let's start from there.
Why is FOLAJIMI loading?
We don't know. I think he's looking for his comments. Start now, Tuji. Let's just
Yeah.
begin. The question is,
The question is,
do you think males and females are treated equally in the society? Today is Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to the ladies
Yeah, right.
on
And
this IG Live.
I think we celebrated women and Mother's Day like 3 times this year. And I don't think we celebrated Men's Day at all. Do you
okay?
have
I'm
anything to
back.
say
Well,
to me?
you're
Let me
welcome.
grab a
Sorry,
mint sweet.
I wanted to use a stand. Call my room.
Oh, okay.
All right, so do you want to start? I heard the question, so
Yeah, so anyone can start. Yeah, and we called Tunji TJ too, so apologies. I don't know. Should we put TJ just call me TJ, we call Tunji TJ. I'm fine.
all right. So you said the first question is
Do
women
you think
and men treated equally
males
in the
and
society.
females are treated equally?
I think
Oh my God.
the first answer from me will be a question, right? Should male and female be treated equally in the society?
I think so. I think
Jocelyn, what do you think?
we have
Okay.
we have only male, even though right now we have transgender, but originally.
Let's stick to the two genders for now. Let's not go into people that identify themselves as whatever it is. Let's just stick to male and female for now.
Okay,
Uh,
so
so the question is,
uh,
do you think
I
we
think
should save
so.
equality?
I think we should be, because it's male and female, right? God created us male and female in the Bible, right?
Well, yeah. Well, this is my opinion, and it's just my
Okay.
opinion. It's not absolute. All right. Um, I think rather than treat male and female equally, I think what we should be more after is have equal opportunities for male and female.
Okay.
Because if you say we should treat male and female equally, we are going to have double standards when it gets to some certain things.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
There are certain ways that you would treat a man that it will be inhuman to treat a woman like that. All right. So I think if we say that treats male and female equally, we'll just be setting ourselves up for so many double standards and triple standards and
What do you
quadruple
mean by double
standards.
standards?
In the sense that if you say treat male and female equally, all right, generally, that's a general statement. When it comes to certain things, if I ask you that should I treat a female this way, you are definitely going to say no. But then it will be fine to treat a man that way. Say, for example, we are in the banking hall. All right, we're in the banking hall, and everybody's standing.
Yeah.
This is like the barest minimum example. Everybody is standing, and we have 5 seats available. There are 15 people in the banking hall. We have 5 seats. There are 4 female and 11 male. If 5 of the male get to the seat first, should all these five males sit and the 4 females stand? I'm asking you now.
Why are you asking me? So
Because
the
you're the
answer
female
must
here.
still be you.
No. But TJ, remember I paint similar scenario to you then the first time we talked about this.
Okay, I'm listening. This same scenario.
I mean, no, something close to this,
Which
where
one?
I said this thing about the gender equality. What's that?
Sorry, it's a comment. I'm listening. Sorry.
Where I said it varies with the event or happenings at that point in time.
Yeah.
If you remember, that was
Yeah.
why I asked you to help us to just focus on a particular aspect because it is actually broad and it is relative.
Really broad.
Yes,
Yeah.
very relative. So if you say that we should give both genders equal opportunities, that'll be fine. I mean, there's an opportunity to get a job. There's an opportunity to get a promotion. Everybody gets equal opportunity. I can agree with that. But if we're talking about treating everybody equally, there's going to be foul play in society. The society will lose balance.
It's a
Yeah.
foul play.
Yes, the society will lose balance. There will be foul play. Because imagine a train where or a bus where everybody standing is female and all the men are sitting down. Because if it were another situation, if females got into the bus first, they will stand and the guys will have to. I mean, they will sit and the guys will have to stand. So if we treat them the same way, then that means we can have things like that. And
So what is
just
say?
just
Okay.
imagining itself is foul to me. Like, why are all the guys sitting and the ladies standing?
Okay. So do you now agree that females are weaker vessels?
It's not about weakness.
No, not at all.
It's not about
Because
weakness.
I think
You see,
this is a
the
question
mistake,
of physical.
the mistake. See, okay, before I come to the physical thing, yeah, let me talk about the
Yeah.
mistake that everybody has made so far. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, when the Bible talked about the weaker vessel, he talked about it in the context of marriage, the man and his wife,
Okay.
not male and female in the society. Is in the home.
Yeah.
It is in the home that the female is the weaker vessel to the man.
Okay.
And weaker vessel does not mean what's the word now? Does not mean less.
Hmm.
All right. Now, when you now talk about what you mentioned just now?
What the physical thing? The
Yeah, the
physical.
physical thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, when it comes to strength, men have more physical strength.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah.
given. All right.
Most men.
But women have more endurance strength.
Are you sure?
Women can endure pain more than we
Yes.
can.
Eh.
Interestingly,
That's
women
why
can
women can
follow
go through
FOLAJIMI. Women can
childbirth
actually
and all
multitask.
that, and they can multitask. You understand? So this the strength is where women fail in physical strength, they make up in endurance, and where we fail in endurance, we make up in physical strength.
So that's
That's
where
why,
the balance is.
that's what the balance is. That's why we can go through
Yeah.
childbirth, and women can. We can go through menstrual pain, and women can.
I thought you guys cannot. I know.
Exactly, but women can endure all of that.
Um,
But you probably can lift something that I can lift.
I can't. I cannot even lift anything. I barely
So
lift things.
there's a balance. Even emotionally, women are more likely to be emotionally balanced than men.
Hmm.
The things that women can withhold emotionally, endure emotionally, we can't. We'll bust out. We'll
Are
find
you?
something to
Do you?
do
Do you?
Adgad in the mud.
in the mud, in the actual mud,
Adgad in the mud.
in the actual mud,
There's nothing like hard guy.
In the Air
You
Force.
people
in
are
the Air
telling me there's
Force.
nothing like
Nah.
hard guy.
There's no hard guy. Hard guy is just a facade.
Hard guy is a scam.
Hard guy is just a facade. We just come out looking hard guy. There's no
Ah,
actual hard guy. Women are more have better tendencies to be hard guy than men. So
ah.
where men are weak, women are strong. Where women are weak, women are strong. So there's a balance, and that's what makes a proper society. And that's where we keep missing it because we want to replace men with women and replace women with men. We want men to endure, and we want women to have physical strength. We're supposed to just come together and complement and make things work. So if you're talking about treated equally, if we do that, we are going to lose balance in the society. But we create equal opportunities. All right. That means if for example we need a manager, all right, is open to both men and women. We look at the strength of the woman, we look at the strength of the man. All right. In this managerial position, what do we need more? All right. Is fair, is open to everybody. All right. That's equal opportunities. Oh, there's a job opportunity. And that's why I love the fact that there's no occupation, there's no profession that is just one gender that can work it. There is none. Literally, there is none. So
Okay.
if you look at things like engineering, I say that we have more men in engineering. It's just the same thing as nursing. We have more women in nursing because
Nothing.
nursing is where the strength of women are. the tenderness, the care, and all of that. So we have more women there. But
When Nigerian nurses are they tender?
Well, I mean, say about that. My mother
Hey?
was a child nurse. Tuju's mother is a nurse, so be careful where you tread. Thank you very much.
You have
Be
nurses
careful
Tread
where
carefully.
around.
be careful where you tread.
I forgot it.
So
But
yeah,
can you
that's
speak out more?
huh?
Because I think I'm kind of losing your voice.
Can you
Someone
hear
said
me?
Nigerian
Really?
nurses are not tender.
Oh well. I will not say anything on that topic. But yeah, that's my take. That's my opinion.
Okay, Tunji, what do you have to say?
I mean, I will just add to what Fola said, because the truth is, from what Fola said, we see the societal definition coming in place here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so much created imbalance in one way or the other. All right. I think I've mentioned that to you before, that females have better emotional strength.
Yeah,
Okay, so
kind
let me
of.
cite an example. There was a time a friend of mine chopped breakfast, right? A
Point
female.
one.
I mean, so a female and another guy actually at different point in time then in UI, and the female had exam the next day. She still studied well and did well. Omo, my guy, the
Baba,
guy could not study anything. The guy could not study jack. Do you
But I
get?
think it's
The
because it
guy
was
could
the
not study
female
jack.
that served him. It's because it was the female that served him
it was
breakfast.
the
No,
male
no,
that
no.
served the female too now.
But either ways,
The
when
boss got served.
exactly,
Are you sure?
So
yeah.
they argue me,
I
sure.
mean, well,
I didn't know your own story. Now, wow.
as I said, you see, this idea of ad guy, right? Yeah, we show the okay, yeah, there are alpha males and all those things. You know, we have the definition. I believe we'll still get there in the course of
Yeah,
our
get to
discussion.
the
Beta
alpha
males,
something.
alpha males, and all those things. All right, and you realize that. I remember last week the person who came on here talked about masculinity and said it's the way the society has viewed a man, the way the society expects a man to act, to react, and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, the man tries to do that outside. And then you get back to your room, get back to your closet. You know that moment where you say, "No, I won't cry over a lady," and all those things outside. Then you get to your room, you play the slow music, and then you realize that more reality, Lele.
All tears.
All tears, premium.
Premium.
Do you get? So yeah, fine. Someone said it, I think everyone just has different emotional strength, Nisha. So, anyways, all these things are actually relative, okay, and fine. This idea of, but it's all good. I think the society, well, which is also relative, because you get to see some places where they will tell you a female cannot attain this position and call it
Yeah.
is wrong. Actually,
It's
it's
nonsense.
it's 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 not reasonable.
Because even in the
It's
villages,
nonsense.
women are
Okay,
Thank
now
you.
so
Thank you
generals.
for
So
speaking for us. Thank you. God bless.
if women can be
Thank you.
generals in the
but
military, I don't
today
know
we are
what
talking
women
about
can be.
masculinity.
But at least for speaking happily. Bless you.
So,
Yeah,
all
somebody
right, I
said that
think that is it from my side.
that
What?
everybody has different emotional strength.
Different emotional strength.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the same thing.
I mean it's a
It's a
common.
threshold.
I think you are right because there was a time
It's not
I
like
actually
we can endure pain as well, but we have a threshold.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a limit to where we can go. I mean, if there's an amount of pain that I can inflict on me that I won't flinch, but I can't give birth to a child.
You
You
gonna die.
understand? It's, like I'm really gonna die. It's not like I can endure pain, but there's a limit. There's how far I can go. There's no guy that
Yeah.
can tell me that you can endure pain more than a woman. Jerry, I've talked about transgender Shaba so around.
You know, we don't know. Okay, thank you so much. That was actually really clear. Like you really trashed it out. Thank you. If anyone has any question, please just can ask. And okay, so the second one is finding the one. This one, I want to ask: is there such a thing as the
The
one?
one, the one is the son.
The
The one
one.
exists.
I'm the one.
Like you just know, like this is the one. She is for me. He is for me. Like we are meant for each other from heaven. Yeah, no. See you,
There's there's
BJ.
there's no such thing as the one. Let's not deceive
Yeah.
ourselves.
TJ, this is the response. I mean, you're asking two guys that will give you this kind of response. Can you see
What's
that?
that? Wild
Wide at art.
at
Wide at
wild
art.
at
Asking these two guys on your IG live.
There's no such thing as the one. Except you want to be lying to yourself. And you see that's the mentality that makes people stay in all sorts of rubbish kind of relationships. Because you feel like it's the one, and then you'll be
Yeah.
enjoying
Is the
nonsense.
one for me. She's the one
You're
for me.
enjoying you're enjoying different shades of abuses. The guy will
Rubbish.
be insulting you, he says the one. He'll be slapping you, he says the one. There's no such thing as the one.
In your
The
own view, right? Because some people actually say
that
that
there's the one.
that
There's the one person
person.
that God has made for you.
No,
Abi,
when I not like. Okay, can you explain why?
okay. Why there's not the one? Because we are human. We can exhibit any traits. And when it comes to relationship is 100% physical, right? So everything that wants to quantify this person as the one is purely physical, and anything physical can be changed, can be manipulated, can be what's the word now?
So it's not spiritual.
Can be mechanized. You can switch it, anything physical. And when for guys, let me say for guys, it gets to a point when you find somebody that you really want to be serious with. There are things that you would personally begin to change about yourself. There's a way that person makes you better, not by doing anything, not by saying anything, but you yourself just know that I need to do better, all right, for this person that I want to be with, or for this person that I'm now with. Just know that I need to do better. I need to do certain things better. And from there, you realize that the person is changed, right? Now, would you say that what makes this guy the one? Was it his behavior before or his behavior now?
Mm.
What makes him the one? Is it when he started changing that he realized that he's the one? And that means he became the one when he started to change. So before that, he wasn't the one. So if you didn't give him a chance to let him change, that means somebody else could have been the one. Because somebody else could have had those behaviors already, not having to change for you, not having to grow for you. Somebody might just be in that place, and then you meet that person, and that person becomes the one. So really, how do you define that this is the one? When somebody can literally work on being the one and grow into being the one genuinely. So what makes the person the
Wow,
one?
I have never seen it from this angle before. Uh-uh.
So I drink my Bostina now. Thanks.
Thanks. See what our brother. Please talk.
Okay. Just as I said, I mean it's a wrong. Okay, don't let me say it's wrong because for some people it has worked out for them where they say this person
It's the
is
one.
their
Their soulmate.
partner, is the one, and
It's the
um,
rip of their rip.
and it has worked for them. However, it's something that has caused that has wreaked a lot of havoc in many homes. I'm not even close to marriage, so I don't want to go there. Anyways, but the truth is that just as I said, it's along the way you begin to realize that, okay, this is the person I want to stay with. There must have been a level of attraction before you choose to even get into a relationship or something with this person, right? At the beginning, at onset, whether physical attraction or whatever I want to talk about, whether this guy is hot or this girl is curvy. TJ, you know what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
I know, I
Okay, so
know. We
whether
I
know.
this
know
guy
you, man.
is, uh,
What do
whether
you
this
mean?
guy has chest, or whether
It's
this lady
fine.
is curvy and all those things, right? So it's there must have been a level of attraction, right, before you decided to, okay, give this person a shot. However, we all are a work in progress, okay? So over time you get to, and the problem is that in as much as we try as much as possible to shy away from this thing as believers, okay, for people that are lucky to be in a spiritual gathering where they have sense, sorry, where they've made you to realize that value system is very important, okay. See, Fola adjusting his seat.
I know.
I
I
will
just
go
want to
there,
sit down properly. Don't worry about it.
and you the fact that you get into a relationship with someone, if you see along the line that your value system do not align, you don't die there. Do you get?
What
If
if
you
it's
see
the
that,
one?
oh, I thought this guy was intelligent,
What if it's the one?
that's the problem. So if the spiritual gathering where you are, their head is not correct fully, and you've been taught in such a way that you've been made to believe to just stay there, this is the bone of your bone. Because I begin to ask myself, I've asked myself a question before where I said, in a situation where two people are planning to get married, okay, along the way, someone got sick or had an accident, and the person, just the person is dead, okay. So what happens?
You go and meet the one.
Where did the so what happened to the other? You will meet another person along the way. Interestingly,
Even married people. I
it's
mean,
possible for you, yeah, it's possible for you to meet someone after marriage or while courting that is doing something your partner does not even do, and you see that, wow, this person is
the one.
spectacular, this person is sensational, okay. Do you get?
Let's go.
you will definitely meet you will definitely meet someone that is better, okay, quote and unquote, than your partner in some aspect, okay. All right, but that is as far as you can see because you've not gotten close to this person, okay. So many times we just stay around the angle that, okay, this is the person for me, and your value system do not align, okay. You realize that, oh crap, this person is not even intelligent. Not bookie. I'm not talking about being bookie, right? There are some expectation, okay. You should have expectation of the kind of man or the kind of woman you want. You
Yes.
just don't jump into it because of one societal pressure, because of one societal definition, and then you hide under the umbrella of the one. No, not at all. You should know what you want and go for what you want.
Uh, let me just add something to that that expectation part because people might just have expectation and feel like if he doesn't meet this expectation, if she doesn't meet this expectation, have a list, right, of things that you want in a man. And look, there's nobody that will check your entire list. Excuse me.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
nobody that will check your entire list. All right. That's why I say that people grow. All right. People grow to become who you want. All right.
The one.
Now take note that I'm carefully using the word grow and not change. I know I've used change before, but actually the right word to use is grow. All
Because
right.
they say people don't change.
That's matter for another day. So let's
Huh?
just use that's matter for another day. So let's just use grow for today, all right? So yeah, people grow, and when people are truly and genuinely in serious relationships, they take conscious effort to actually grow, to outgrow some things, to grow into some things. All right. You yourself, you want to grow to become who your partner wants you to be. I mean,
Hmm.
the whole essence of being with somebody is so that the person is happy, number one, so that the person is happy being with you, number two, so that you're happy being with the person, number three, and so that you yourself you're happy, number four. So if what will make the person happy is that you outgrow some things, you have to consciously outgrow those things.
That's
Because
correct.
what would make you happy truly is when the other person is happy. There's nobody in a relationship that is happy when the other person is not happy. If you are seriously in a relationship and you want your relationship to work, or you're in a working relationship, whatever. Excuse me, there's so much gas in this mouth. So
Sorry.
if you're truly in a relationship that is gonna work, you're gonna take conscious efforts to actually grow and outgrow certain things and make the person happy. So all that, there's nobody can change, nobody can change the person just doesn't want to grow because the person doesn't want to make you happy. Let me leave it at that for today.
The person doesn't want to make you happy. But what if you're asking them to do something that is good for them, but they are not just, they don't see it as growth. They don't see it as any big deal.
Okay, let me give you personal examples here. There are certain things that I I there's certain things that I used to do, all right, that my baby would just tell me, stop doing this thing. All right. It's not like I'll directly tell her right there that yes, me to go me shame. I'll probably even argue about it. That God
Um,
leave me alone. But because I have sense,
act
I
back.
will sit down later and think about it and realize that look, if you want to make this girl happy, just stop this thing.
Just stop it.
You understand?
Stop it.
So anybody that that is really after, because see, relationship, one mistake that we'll make is that we think your relationship is about you. But look at what you did. You got with somebody. That means you're bringing somebody else's life into your own. So you're basically accepting responsibility for another human being, a grown human being. So you're charged with the responsibility of making that person happy, making that person better. That's what saying yes to a relationship. That's basically what you're doing. So the relationship is not for you. From your end, the relationship is for that person, and from that person's end, the relationship is for you. So everything that you do is to better the life of that person, stabilize the life of that person, while the other person is doing the same thing to you. And that's the only way you both can be happy. That's the only way. If you are after what you can get out of the relationship, the yeah, if there's this popular thing, and this is just my opinion. Oh. This is just my opinion. Oh. Maybe person don't enter
Shoot.
my DM. Oh. This is just my opinion. Oh. the, this is why problem with this whole love language of a thing. The love language just puts in your head subconsciously that you should look out to get certain things from the other person. You want the person to speak your language. Meanwhile, what you should actually do is know what that person's language is and speak it. If I'm loved, I'm going to love. Right? If you're showing me love the way you should, the way I want to be shown love, the way you have studied me to receive love, I'll definitely show love back. But if I'm after me receiving love and you're after you receiving love, nobody's going to show love.
Who will show love?
Who's gonna give?
Who don't give? But if what I'm after is making you happy, I know the things that you like, I know your love language, and I speak your love language, you know that there's no work left for you to do than for you to show love as well. So the relationship is never for you, it's for the other person. It's for you to do right by the other person.
So, Tunji.
Okay. Transparency asked if at the expense of making someone happy, do you throw away your happiness? Sorry. Definitely not. I mean, you shouldn't throw away your happiness. It's something we established earlier. If
How are you
you know, each person is exactly okay. If you are not what you don't have, you can't give.
I said, how can you
He said,
happy when you are not happy?
how can you make so?
Oh, but you know that
it's a loop. It's a loop. That's why it's a relationship. That's why it's between two people. To bat your meji law, it's no longer a relationship. I don't want to go into that.
I mean, it's two persons complementing each other.
It's a loop. He has to keep going round and round and round. You cannot make somebody that is not making you happy.
Yeah, sure.
Right, no because it's like the transfer of energy.
Yes. No matter how much you try, if the person is not making you happy, you can't make them happy.
Unless the person is not adding to your level of happiness. Because if you are not happy, you cannot do what you have. Right, Tunji, we are listening.
Here, there's this notion of oh, this my partner is a work in progress. Okay, I mean, miracles can happen. You get,
yeah.
And you are just giving and nothing is happening. You don't have to stay there. Right. Yeah, miracles happen. It has happened with some people before. It has happened with some people before, but my dear, it's still the issue of the one, right? It's still the issue of the one.
There's no miracle.
You don't have to stay there, because what will happen is that in a way, someone once asked me a question, what do you look for in a lady? And then okay, so this is me selling myself on here right now. But anyways,
what's going on?
Fola Fire, what's going on here? Oh yeah, now. You're on fire, Ushe. And then my response was, for me, I would rather have a partner that could be happy whether I'm around or not around. That doesn't depend on me to be happy.
Oh yeah. Why?
Because the truth is, if why is your head on fire for that? Because the truth is, at every point in time, you will lose your happiness, because you will always want to. You will be kind of rigid or mechanical in such a way that you will always want to try to make the person happy in a mechanical way. Yeah, because it's more or less like you. No. It's more or less like you scripting out how you relate with the person today. You know, when you are not in Nollywood or Hollywood. Do you get you have a word for that? You call it codependency and all these things. Anyways, so
Yeah, it's part of
there's a way you try to script things out so as to make the person happy, and before you know it, you begin to lose yourself along the way.
right, right,
You lose yourself in the journey, and
right.
you become a toxic man along the way. Toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
And then you're expecting a lot from this person, and somehow this person did not reciprocate something, and then you just flare up. Do you get it? It's a problem. All in the name of the one.
And only the name of being a nice guy. Abi?
Yes.
No, the one.
Okay,
The
the one.
See, there's no
topic is the one.
First of all, there's a basic level that you must be on. Relationship is not for everybody.
What? We didn't get that.
Let me not say relationship is not for everybody, but relationship is not
It's
for.
actually not for everybody.
It's not for every.
Are you sure?
How do I put it safely? Basically,
Let's be guided.
basically, there's a level that you must be at before you can say relationship is not a way out.
Of
Anything. Relationship is not a way out. It's not the solution. It's not an answer to anything. Because you're going into a relationship to work. Relationship is a work.
it's not a cure for
It's just like
loneliness.
it's just like what
Not the care for loneliness. So
Thank you.
it's just like what Paul said. He that desired a relationship desired a good work.
Which version is that one?
No, I'm saying what, what he said. I'm using his word.
transparency said it's not a child's play.
It's not. It's a work. You actually have to work. It's not something where you just go into to go and see. That's why I said it's not a solution to anything. It's not a way out to anything. It's not a way out of anything. If you feel like you're being lonely, that's why you need a relationship. You have lost it. All right. What the scripture says is that the work of a bishop desires a good work. That's what the scripture
What
says.
did that? Okay.
Now I'm saying it as either desires a relationship, desires a good work. All right. Because if you're saying that you're lonely, that's why you want to go into a relationship. You're only looking for something out of the relationship. Whereas relationship is actually for work.
It's work.
It's work. It's legit work. Is
It is work.
is getting pissed and aligning yourself to think that, okay, this thing that I'm angry about is not just for me to flare up. It's for me to actually communicate with the other person that this thing got me angry. Let's not have it happen again. You is lonely.
What if the person is a WIP? Work in progress.
Yes, that's why you're discussing it. Because you yourself you're a work in progress. Because
Yeah.
Something happened to your network right now. Just now. Did you know? What?
No, my phone was telling me that I had 20% left on my battery.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So you yourself you're a work in progress. Because the thing that is getting you angry now is something you should also work on to not get angry about again. Why are you communicating to the other person that look, these things will get me angry? All right. So
they don't post those angry things on social media. It's only the rosy that they post on social media.
Social media is a different world on its own, to be honest. Let's not even, because everybody's woke these days, and I'm asleep. I've chosen to be asleep in this generation. While everybody is woke. I've chosen myself to remain old-fashioned. I'm not woke. I'm fully asleep. I'm snoring in my sleep.
Right?
Social media.
You understand? So it's a work. You're working on yourself. You're helping the other person work on themselves. The other person is working on themselves. They're helping you to work on yourself. So it's a work. You cannot. It's not something you escape to. It's like frying pan to fire. You by yourself, you are lonely, or you are void of happiness, or you are void of love. You are now going to go and meet somebody who is probably
But
also
love.
void of love and void of happiness. Who
So
will
who will
help
give
you?
who love?
You understand? So if you want to go into a relationship, there's a level to which you want that first work on yourself, right? To say that I'm ready for a relationship, to say that I'm ready to be with somebody. So yeah, that's that about it. We continue talking about relationship. We'll not leave this place.
I will not live here. So do
We'll
you have
not.
anything?
Exactly.
Do you have anything to say? Okay, I want to ask last one about relationship here. At what point in the relationship do you know that like this person is your soulmate?
I don't believe in soulmates.
You don't believe in soulmates.
No,
Okay. So do you believe in soulmates?
I'm single.
It doesn't matter. I'm also single.
No, no. As in, I don't know. This is the man that is engaged. So,
It
he
doesn't
already
matter.
gave
You
the
can believe in it
response.
or not. I'm not believing.
no, I don't believe in soulmates. Already soulmate ever
Yeah.
kunko.
So,
Eh?
So soulmate ever kunko. What if your soulmate dies? What happens to you then?
Eh, like we know that there is no one person, right?
Another
So we are saying there
soulmate.
can be many people. But at
Okay,
what
many
point, like when
soulmates.
in a no, let me explain. In a relationship and like you are like really, really close to the big day and everything. By God's grace, everything goes well. Like there must have been a point where you know that yes, I go marry
The
you,
first day.
me.
The first day.
That's for you. First day, she was there.
Yes.
That
The
you met
first
the person.
no,
you
the
know,
first day when I knew I was going to when we started. It wasn't in the relationship that I discovered. I discovered and went into the relationship.
20, please answer. I don't know what to say.
no, no. See. We were able to establish at the beginning that value system is very important.
Yeah.
Okay. This person said, "God, when I beg." All right, because the value system must you don't get into a
To
relationship
find
with
out the value
someone
system,
whose value system doesn't align with yours. So either ways, now this is the problem. Um,
you want to go
you
and
can
check.
be friends with the person as a guy. Okay, so normally I wasn't
See,
gonna
Chori,
go there, but I have
some
to go there
sometimes
now.
Nigerians, they
So
don't understand the difference between dating and courting. They
True.
don't date. They just go ahead and start a relationship. Do you know this person? Have you discovered this person? Have you guys hung out? Have you guys gone out on dates? Do you know the person's values? Do
You
you know
know,
the
like
person's
do
stance and all
something.
that? You don't know. You want to find out that out in the relationship. They're not serving breakfast. How are this problem? You understand? You need to know these things as friends, all right? Before you know that okay, I can be with this person. The reason why you should break off a relationship is if things come up in the relationship that were not there before. Not because you discover things that were there before. You don't go to a relationship and then discover that this person's value system is not the same as mine. Or this person wants this in life, then this is what I want in life. I realize that. That's secondary school relationship now.
The romance
I mean,
meeting.
let me add something to what Fala said. Now, you said something about Nigeria that the courtship and the dating part, right? That have not been declared. They didn't put a line to separate or to define these two terms. Yeah, that's true, and that's where communication is very important. Because the truth is, there are situations where when a guy becomes a friend to a girl in a way to just try to find out, get to know the girl better and all these things, all right, then the next thing will be that this guy is leading me on and all those things. So it is not bad
Leading
to
you on to what?
communicate.
Leading you on to
Now there's a lot of
leading you on to
pressure on the
Zion.
guy. by the society. There's a lot of pressure from the society where, see, it is not bad for, it is right as a lady to ask questions. Ask the guy a
Thank you.
question. Hey,
Me, I
bros, what
asked a
are we
lot of
doing?
questions.
You're leading me on
Hey,
things
Do
that
you
you're
get?
leading me to. Honorable Angbalo.
So don't assume that
I asked
this
questions,
guy
everything.
thinks he is leading you on. All right. So this guy is just trying to be a good friend,
Where are
trying
we
to know
going?
you, okay, and trying to see if there's a possible. If he's ready, if he sees that you guys are perfect match, quote and unquote, he will shoot a shot. But while he's not shooting a shot yet, don't assume him into a relationship.
Don't assume a nice guy is asking you out. Proceed on the clock.
Do you get? So it's a problem, and when he says something about the clear terms, I mean clear definition between courtship and dating, of course, a lot of school of thought we say that both courtship and dating are the same thing, and so many things. It is just our own opinion on this IG life, okay?
Yes.
Because it needs to be defined clearly, and the two friends need to.
Know what they're doing.
They need to communicate. As a lady, ask questions. Okay,
As a guy too, please
it's because the
Guys too should ask questions.
yeah, sure.
do you think I'm leading you on?
No,
Do you
definitely.
think we're in a relationship? Are we dating?
That's a very hard one.
Are we
Fola.
dating? Yes, you should ask. I'm serious.
But
I'm laughing,
it's
serious.
possible the guy doesn't ask at some point.
He needs to know.
I hope you know that it's possible the guy doesn't ask.
If somebody now
Have I
ask
led
me
you
now,
on?
are we dating?
Have I made
Hello?
you to
Hello?
assume that we are in a relationship? Who are important? Who are very, very important?
I will answer that question if I know the person wants the relationship. If the person does not want the relationship, I will not answer.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Okay, oh, we say that. It's somehow, if I know you don't want it, why should I answer you? But if you want it,
I want to be sure. I want to be sure that you have not been misled.
well, I think it's the way you ask.
Yeah. Whichever we shall find out as a guy.
But you cannot just
As a
call me
lady.
up.
Communication is
If
key,
the person
whichever
will
way.
ask you, are you in a relationship?
Yeah. Do you think we're in a relationship? Have you assumed that? Let's move on a break. Let's do the relationship alone.
Okay, moving on.
Please.
Tunji, are you done? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay,
I'm
so
done.
number 3 is toxic masculinity. I put /nice guy / alpha male / hard guy / Yoruba demons. The reason I added Yoruba demons is because there's this phenomenon that Igbo men take care of women more than Yoruba men. In fact, they usually say that Yoruba men don't really take care of their women.
My woman would disagree
So,
with that. My woman would disagree with that.
your woman, well, you can be like an exception to the rule, but I think I've seen more Igbo men take care of their women compared
That's what
to.
you are saying. We are not loud. I get married. We don't do it as show. We don't do it so that people can see. We do it so that the woman can know. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
That's all that matters. Okay?
We don't do it as show.
Fuji?
But when you see the woman, you know that she's well taken care of.
Because no Igbo men really take care of their wives.
So do Yoruba women. I mean Yoruba men rather.
Yoruba demons. Yoruba demons.
Yoruba men.
They are
Yoruba
very.
men.
But anyways, I think the day my theory kind of changed was the day I found out that a popular celebrity, I cannot mention his name, posted on social media recently and said, I want to officially introduce my son to the world. My second wife. Do you know that gist?
No, I know.
Do you know that gist, Tuni?
For social media.
Yeah, sure.
After 17 years of marriage,
It doesn't mean he's not taking care of the woman now.
Okay. So you can take care of the two.
If he's capable.
As an able man. Let's move on. You've answered my question. So what do you understand by toxic masculinity? Anybody?
I mean, shed more light on.
It was actually
Sorry,
Fola's idea.
TJ.
So
It's
Fola,
better you help us to.
let's Fola
Oh,
answer.
okay.
Which aspect? Is it
Toxic
societal changes that
masculinity.
man's on
Exactly.
Okay, toxic masculinity when it comes to a man's relationship with himself. Sure.
Okay.
What's that? Somebody's phone is ringing. Okay, so when it comes to a man's relationship with himself,
With himself,
yeah,
in the sense that okay, so first of all, there's some societal standards,
yeah,
right? That there are some standards that have been set, things that
yeah.
you expect of a man, all right?
Things you
And
expect of a man. Okay.
yes, and there are times where the man is not able to meet up with those standards, and then it begins to.
Can you give us examples?
I'm coming. I'm going there.
Okay.
And then it begins to find means, and many times when he's not able to meet up, it leads to depression and a lot of that. And one of the major toxicity of masculinity is it covers it up. He wears a mask over that depression,
Wow.
and you would hardly know that there's something wrong with the guy. And when it comes out to society, you hardly be aware that he's not even able to meet up to that standard. The exact standard that he's actually struggling with. And I'll give an example. There's an expectation that a man at a certain age should have a good paying job. All right? At a certain age, you should have a good paying job. Whether you're in a relationship or not. Whether there's nobody that even really talks about men being in a relationship at a certain age. But at a certain age, at a certain time in your life, you're expected to have a good paying job. Now, in a society like Nigeria, for example, where there are not so many jobs available, and you're doing all that you can to get a good job. You're sincerely doing all that you can. And it's not even like you're not getting jobs. It's not like you probably don't even have a job at the time, but it's just not a good paying job. Like I tell people, you're earning 200,000 a month in Nigeria. You're earning about $1.50 an hour. Rough estimate, $1.50 an hour as a graduate. So technically, $200,000 naira as a salary in Nigeria is not a good paying job. Inflation and price hikes aside. All right. So a guy who is struggling and trying to get that done, and society is expecting better from him because there's what they expect him to have, and then they're looking at, okay, this guy is moving towards this age, this guy is supposed to have a woman, they're supposed to be married, so he's supposed to have a place, he's supposed to have a car, he's supposed to set the place and all of that. But it's not like this guy has anything. Right now, this guy is trying to get everything, and then when he's alone, he's thinking about these things. Like, I have to get these things done, I have to get that thing done, I have to get this thing done. And nobody's thinking about that because the guy, you just feel like, hey man, get it done. Right? That's the way the society is. You're a man, man up, do this, do that.
Man of be a man.
That man up thing is
Yeah.
actually very, very terrible.
Hmm.
Because what do you mean by man up? I should die because I'm a man. What's man up? I need help. Who's gonna help me? I should man up.
Hey.
I'm hurting about this thing. I'm crying. Man up. What am I manning up for? I'm hurt. I need help. I can't do this thing. I'm trying so hard. I can't do it. Who's going to help me? Who's going to show me the way? Who's going to put me through? Nobody. You're just telling me, man up. Be a man. Be a man. Be a man. I'm not trying to be a woman. I'm not trying to be a woman. I'm trying to be a man.
You're actually a man, so why should we say you should man up?
Do you understand? I'm being a man.
Yeah.
But a man has to be
You're being human. You're being that person that you're meant to be.
Do you understand? So who's going to help me? Who has been there before that is going to show me the way? Who's going to pull me through? Don't tell me to man up. Don't tell me to be a man about this thing. You understand? So society just puts that pressure. They just put that pressure on a guy that look, you just have to man up. And the problem is eventually guys don't have anybody to talk to. All right, guys don't have any, because even when they're talking among themselves, either they turn into a joke or they just end up saying, "Guy."
Why do they do that? That thing happens a lot. Why do you guys just laugh a lot?
Is it cover up? Because the problem you're having, I'm having too. So you know the problem I have, I don't need problem.
I don't need problem.
I don't need problem, really. And because of the way the society has painted it, we don't even open up. You can't even open up to a guy.
You guys don't talk. Men don't talk.
Only people that are extremely tight, they can actually sit themselves down and say, "Guy, this was happening. This was happening." Aside that, we are all guys in a gathering. We all just say, "Guy, man up," or we just turn into a joke because all of us get the same problem. Just that, and we just laugh, and when we all get back to our rooms, we all cry. And you just thinking about what that guy said, that isn't that guy talk now true? Now the same problem with me I get with this, so I want to do this thing. And you're thinking of how to quickly solve your own, so that you don't end up coming to come and talk about your own too. Because that's what the society has put on us. You literally can't have a problem because you're a guy. You literally can't have a discomfort because you're a guy.
You're not permitted to
You're
be.
Not permitted to
be weak.
To be weak, to be unable to can. Everything you must be able to do.
It's unable to can.
You must be able to do it. You must be able to come through every time. You must be stable every time. And men are the most emotionally unstable. They are the most hurt.
Are you serious?
I tell you, 10 guys on the streets, 7 of them are hurt. I promise you.
That's very serious.
See, if we call 10 guys and we have this conversation, you see everybody talking about their experience. But nobody is talking to anybody about it. Because man up. Be a man.
Man up.
Me, the man down.
Oh my God.
Excuse me. Man down. I'm tired. We are allowed to be tired too.
All right.
We are allowed to be tired too. Just picture it. Do you know how strange it is when you see a man crying? Like it's forbidden. Like it's not supposed to happen.
It's actually strange.
Like it's not supposed to happen. Like the way I'm telling you, Masuku now, don't cry, don't cry. Don't let them see me crying. Why? See me crying, I'm hurt. There are tears rolling down my eyes. That means I'm supposed to cry. I'm allowed to cry. I have the tendency to cry. Somebody dies, they tell you, man up. Something doesn't work out, man up. So the real she wants to, is that why you're crying? Why shouldn't I cry? You lose a job, don't cry now. Another one is coming. Why? Let me cry over
You
this
don't be
one.
sissy now. You don't be baby now.
You understand? A
Like
girl
that
broke your
kind
heart.
of.
She now because of woman, you can't cry. Yes, she broke my heart. Me too, I have heart that can be broken. Do you understand? So why can't a man cry in public? A man should be allowed to cry in public the same way a woman is allowed to cry in public. There's nothing,
Okay,
it shouldn't be
yeah, we
strange.
agree, but it's strange. If we
It
see you guys
shouldn't
cry, we're
be.
going to be like,
Because it's
wow,
human, because it's
you know, she
human up.
bother.
That's toxic. That's toxic.
That's toxic. Okay, we're going to
And
work on it.
it goes on
Normalize
to
men
affect
crying.
their relationship.
How?
Because they have a lot of things bottled up inside. That's why when I get angry, I like to just express my anger. Let me talk till I finish talking. Till I don't have anything to say about it anymore. Because if I bottle up the anger, I'll express it in some other way. And it can affect anybody around me. All right. When I'm hurt, I like to reminisce on it, think about it, dwell on the hurt till I'm done with it. All right. When the hurt is gone, I know I can move on. But telling me to hold on to it, just keep it inside, eventually you would burst out somewhere. You are hurt by this person, you carry on to the next person. That's how you keep carrying baggages that are not yours.
Art people, art people.
Exactly. So let it out. Something will happen. They say, create one shape you. I don't understand.
They say it a
Báwo
lot.
lobìnrin ṣe máa ń ṣe?
Help me.
How will be so?
Say,
Even the
Obìnrin ò
bus
kì í ṣèyàn,
drivers
èmi ò
think
kì í ṣèyàn.
they say that a lot.
You understand? Say a guy do something, you say, yeah, she be obìnrin now. Why?
Why should be obìnrin bá?
What do you mean by that? Why can't I behave the way I want to behave? Why can't I act the way I want to? I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to be walking like a woman or make up like a woman or something. But there's some things that I should be allowed to express. Yeah, exactly. You can pour out the emotion at the workplace.
Are you
You
sure
can.
you can at your workplace?
Yes. Yes. It will come out. It will come out some way, somehow. It will come out. It will come out. It's something that you bought. It will come out. It will explode to people, to anybody. It might just be one day that you're driving that one guy just mistakenly swerve in front of you, go buy gun, and you just beat up that one because that's
Okay.
really
I'm feeling really bad now because I just
is
remember that
terrible.
I'm feeling bad because I just remember that I have one friend like that. I was crying too recently. And then he was like, Tita, do you know that I can also be crying the way you're crying? And then I'm like, why should you cry? Why? Why should you cry?
Man up.
Man up.
I didn't say
Be a
man up.
man.
I didn't say man up. But I always go into this a guy, call guy. And he's like, is it because I can't cry? I like, I'm asking.
You cry, oh my guy. It is do you.
Next
You
time I'll say,
cry.
oh, you're crying. Let's see the tears. Oh, yeah.
You cry now. You express yourself. And
Wow.
crying is actually very therapeutic. It's actually very
Yeah,
therapeutic.
yeah.
It would ease you a lot. It will ease you a lot. It's just as much as laughing is. Whatever
You know,
emotion you have.
Mobalaji said it last week. He said the best of men cry.
Yeah.
He was our guest last week.
You have to. See the best no matter who you are, man or woman, whatever emotion you have, express it. whatever you're feeling, express it. Don't keep anything inside. Even when you keep your joy inside for so long, it becomes resentment. If a woman is keeping her joy inside, a married woman, for example, is keeping her joy inside because her husband is not somebody that would share in her happiness, those kind of men,
Yeah.
and she's keeping her joy inside for so long, eventually she's going to become a sad person.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Right.
joy bottled up, becoming
Yeah.
sadness. So no matter who you are, whatever emotions that you're feeling, whatever feelings that you have, just express it at the time. Allow men to cry. Allow men to be men. Being a man is not actually being tough.
About being alpha or hard or
No, it's not. It's not. Adam was not a tough guy. They told my guy, come and eat this fruit. He ate it. God came, he said, you have eaten of the sin that the woman know. you know what to laugh. Try to my yes. Now me chopper. Waiting you want make we do. You understand? He just quickly pointed because he no be hard guy. So to be a man is not actually being a hard guy. Is to just live. You understand? Just live. Just be free. Express yourself. Express whatever you're feeling. Be yourself. Don't bottle things up. Don't bottle anger up. Don't bottle joy up. Don't bottle sadness up. Don't bottle whatever up. Just express yourself.
wow. That's huge. I'm still processing it. Tunji, what do you have to say to this? This is a lot.
Yeah, it's actually a lot. And, being expressive as a man, it's not a sign of weakness at all.
Wow.
Just as I said, it's therapeutic. One thing is, it's more or less like you embarking on a project, a crying project. And then when you are done crying, there is this joy you feel. You just feel it's as if
You feel
you've
calmness.
completed a
You
project.
feel calm.
There is this joy you feel, honestly. And
You feel
Wait.
the
relaxed.
thing is, because as when you consistently bottle things up, all right, all in the name of hard guy or manning up, okay, the person that will suffer will be your partner or wherever your place of work, where they are supposed to find joy, such that moment or on times when you are joyful, it looks weird to people around you, of which normally you are wired, you are someone that is literally joyful normally, but because you've given yourself to brooding over this, trying to bottle things up and cold, then you begin to lose yourself along the way. All right, you begin to lose yourself. You stop being expressive in the positive way also. I mean, you're trying to bottle things up, okay? You begin to you interestingly see what happens is you lose yourself when it comes to relating with people also along the way. All these things produce toxic masculinity, and because there are so many videos on YouTube now and so many articles on alpha male, and then there's this belief that an alpha male is a kind of guy a woman will want to be with,
No alpha.
so many things like that. So
Alpha.
in a way,
So
TJ, are you
sorry.
there?
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there are so many articles. You see a lot of adverts on YouTube, a lot of vlogs that describe the kind of man a woman would like to be with. Okay, so many a times, guys, in a way, try to adjust and to fit into that kind of description of the perfect man. I remember the person who talked last week saying something that what you do and what you cannot do yet does not make you less of a man. Okay, doesn't make you less of a man because you grow to get better. Now, one thing is this: when a girl child is being trained or raised to be a mother or a good husband,
A
sorry,
good
that's the
wife.
husband, wife,
Right.
from childhood, a good wife, you know, the boy child is not
Let's talk about that for a
going
moment.
through that phase at
Let's
that
talk
age
about that.
yet.
Let's talk about that for a moment. Let's just hold
A
that
boy
thought for a
child is
moment.
still playing football.
Just that, do you know that there is more training for a girl child than there is for a boy child. Do you know why?
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Because you automatically assume that when the boy child grows up, he will man up. He will know what to do as a man. That's it.
You man up.
That's it. You just assume that he will grow up to be a man. He will know these things. He will learn these things. Life will teach him these things. And that's why we have a lot of problems. Because you're not teaching the guy to be a man. You're not teaching the boy to be a man. You're not teaching him to be a gentleman. You're not teaching him to be a good husband. You're not teaching him to be a father. You're not teaching him anything. You leave him to be playing soccer with his friends. You buy him toys. You buy him video games. While you're telling the girl child, come to the kitchen, clean the house, clean your room, do this, do that. There's no such training for the boy child. Because you're expecting to man up.
I mean, let me add to that. Someone made a comment here that I know that cannot be totally true anyway. I mean, what we are saying is this. For example, I'm sure TJ would have heard this over time growing up as a child, where your mother says, you were still in JSS 1 or 2 when your mother will tell you things like, I mean, is that how you be behaving when you get married? Do you get it? That statement is weird. Guys, we don't hear that even in primary. Maybe when you get to the university, maybe. But as at your primary school and during the high school days, you might not get that. Although it's expected that you understudy your father or a father figure, okay? If you don't have a biological father around during that phase of life, it's expected that it's just an expectation, okay? So they expect you to understudy somebody.
Yeah.
Unlike the female figure where you get, and my friend said I shouldn't be saying that female figure, okay, woman or lady, where you hear things like, is this how you be behaving or how you be handling things when you get married?
When you get married.
What did we carry? What did we throw? In JSS 1, JSS 2.
Right? But
you are getting something like that already.
It affects us females too. Because you feel like all your life you have been prepared for a man. Like it affects us. You don't have a life.
Yeah, actually.
Like you always think, even me, unconsciously now, I have to think that, TJ, this is your room. Sometimes when I'm so tired, I can't read my room. I'm like, hey, when I get married, he just comes. Like when I get married, this is how my room will be. Like I'm like, TJ, come on, live and let live.
Yeah, you see, it can be dangerous, right? It can be destructive.
That statement is wild.
It can be destructive, but you see, it still puts you in line.
Okay.
It still prepares you. It still gives you a consciousness that there's something that is expected of you. All right, there's something that is expected of you as a wife, as a mother,
as a husband.
But as a husband and as a father, you're also expected to freestyle, to figure it out.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
The most you probably get is that wash the car. Very few men even get trained on appliances at home. I mean, I know a number of guys that cannot even undo appliances within the home. Right? They don't even know how to handle tools. I mean, I've been fixing electrical appliances since I was like 6 years old. Right? And that's because I have like an uncle who is an electrical engineer, right? That I go visit a lot of times and all that, who taught me how to use these things. And that's how I grew to know how to use tools. But a lot of guys do not know. A lot of guys drive cars, and if their cars break down, they don't know what to do. They can man up and push the car, put the car somewhere, get the car to the mechanic. But many times, you should actually be able to figure out what is wrong with your car on the spot, to move it from wherever you are to wherever the mechanic is. at least.
As a
Except
man and as a
completely
woman, or only as a man?
as a man.
Woman call.
See, that's why I said that. That's why I said in the beginning that we cannot treat men and women alike. I don't.
Women the same way.
Let me give you an example. I was using a BMW one time, and I went to work. I went to a site very far from town, like extremely far from town. It was on the way to Irua, if you know Ibadan, and it was on the
Right,
way
so
to.
far.
It is literally even Irua. All right.
Like it's
Now I was on that site, and we were there from morning to night. We were going home, my workers and I, and my car didn't start. The car that I got here.
wow.
Now there's no way. This was 7 p.m. or even past 7 p.m. There's no way a mechanic. There's no way I would describe. In fact, there was no network safe. If I even had said I want to call mechanic, there was no network. There was no way a mechanic would have gotten there. There was no way we would have moved the car. But that night, I went under my car because I heard the sound the car was making. Right, I figured out it was the kick of the car. I went under my car, jacked up the car, went under the car, realized that the kick had loosened, the kickstarter had loosened from the engine of the car. And then I bolted it back. And I went to my car and started it. And it started. I don't expect a woman to go under a car and be bolting kickstarter.
I could do it.
But I won't expect that. If I'm driving on the road and I see you doing that, I will stop. You understand? So there's some things that is basically expected of a man. These are training that you should put a man through. These are things that you should teach a man. You have to let a man know how to behave as a gentleman. Of course, you have cars. All right, you have cars. But I don't expect you to be the one doing all of that. As a gentleman, if I see you do that, I will come down and help.
Yeah.
Not because you can't
That's
do
not
it.
bad.
Not because you can't do it. But it's not gentlemanly of me to just pass you.
Gentleman
You
P.
understand? So these are things that a man should be taught. These are trainings that a man should have. Just the same way you expect a woman to keep a home. The same way you expect a man to keep his part of the home.
So you're
It's not
talking
just about
delegation of responsibilities.
not delegation of responsibilities, delegation of gender. Who you should
Gender,
be,
okay, gender
who
role.
you should be. Do you understand? Because there's no responsibility. It's just like the most popular one, cooking.
That one. Some men can cook better.
I cook better than my babe, and she knows it.
Cool.
And she would even tell me, "Stop pinching me. What's the problem?" And she would tell me, and she would even tell me to cook, and I have no problem with it. In fact, I prefer to cook my own food. You understand? I prefer to
Okay.
cook my own food. So since I prefer to cook my own food, I'd rather just cook for us. So it's not responsibility or whatnot.
Or
But
anything. What?
as a man, you should know what to do. You should know what you're supposed to do. And these are trainings that you must give a boy child. Not just telling, be a man. Or you're a man, you figure it out. I can't figure it out. I've not lived this world before. I've not been here before. This is my first time.
Right?
Making shabby poo me low pada. This is my first time. Teach me. Tell me what to do. You've been a man. And it's so bad that even people that are good fathers don't even train their boy child.
Yeah,
So at the
well,
end of the day,
that's I think that's it.
at the end
Let
of the day,
me
they're
continue.
just good fathers to their daughters. Because they'll treat their daughter right, take care of her and all of that. They'll take care of the boy as well. All right? They'll take care of the boy as well, but they won't give him that training. They expect him to just observe and imitate. it's not just that. Life can't teach you everything. If not, you just be learning by experience, by your own experiences.
Yeah, that's why a lot of guys just
Freestyle.
we have enough daddy
And
issues and
now, let me not tell you,
whatnot.
let me not tell you where it gets worse. Let me not tell you where it gets worse. Many guys, and this is why I call them demons. Many guys learn certain things through and through relationships with several women. When you date this one, you learn something from it, but it's not working out. You go out, you go cut off that one, you move to the next one. What you have learned in the previous one, you practice it here, but there's something that you need to learn here too, and you learn it. You see that it's not working out. So at the end of the day, the girl child that you have trained is now a victim of the boy child that you did not train, because now he's now
Of the
learning
wow.
it on the women.
Wow, that's a big one.
So that's where problem starts. Because the girl child eventually will not take that your training is useful, because men are giving her bass boost, serving her breakfast.
Dysfunctional men.
She said they'll become Yoruba demons.
Bad
Yes, they
demons.
become
Yeah,
Yoruba
I've seen
demons,
them.
because they're just,
That's
and
it.
they're literally just learning. And then many
Yeah.
guys now turn into patterns. They become used to it. It becomes their way of life.
And you find some guys saying, God forbid, I will not open my heart to any girl again. Lie, foolish. And you see, they break the heart again, and then the cycle goes on.
The
And
circle
then they
goes on.
eventually marry. Is it this thing? Is it true that men actually marry more out of logic than out of emotion?
Yeah.
Because they say it a lot. And it doesn't have to be like, I feel something for you. They just put 2 plus 2 together. Okay, we can work. Or like the female that we're like, oh my God, he's so gorgeous. I love him. I'm all over him and everything.
You see, the reason why that can happen is because men men can grow to love you,
What about
because
us? Me, I can go to love someone.
you know,
Ah,
see the way it could work for men. When you begin to show a man things that he likes, all right. I'm having a conversation. For example, I like intelligent women. All right. Now, if we are constantly having conversations and you are blowing my mind, with time, I will just have interest in you, and emotions will follow. But for women,
preach it.
emotions comes first. For women, emotions comes first. That's why you see a lot of times when a woman is served breakfast, it's because she has not found out that the guy no get sense. She has
Yeah!
gotten the emotion first, and now eventually found out that this guy does not have sense.
Perfect.
You not tell him do this, you say no, do that. You say, you know what, leave me alone, I'm not doing it. Live my life. You chop your breakfast. You understand? But for a guy, is studying you first. All right? You're all around, is seeing that okay, this girl has sense, okay,
What?
okay. She then you now begin to like him. So many times is more logical for us first than it is emotional. You hardly see a guy that fell in love with you because you just be very he just see you and he just loves you like that.
Just love you like
He's
that.
a
Just
lie.
attracted to you.
He's a lie. He could be attracted to you, all right. I mean, he
Okay.
could be very, very attractive, attracted to you, but it doesn't mean he has all those butterfly stuff going on.
In the belly.
Nah,
But if me, I don't have butterfly in breast for someone, sorry, we're not going anywhere.
exactly. And you now
Ah,
go somewhere,
there
you
has
now
to be
realize that
butterfly
he doesn't
in.
have sense at all.
I know, I have to think, no, I think I've learned my lesson over the years. I look out for the butterfly is there, but I keep it. Then I now check the essence, whether it's there, and I'll bring it two together.
If he does not have sense, what happens with butterfly? They will die.
Ah, Oma Kunio. The butterfly will die.
Butterfly has to die.
That's that.
So it still boils down to the same thing.
But you know, Interestingly, well, that's for. There are so many guys that don't want commitment anymore.
So
See,
many.
Based
that's the
on
problem
those
starting
life
from.
experiences, just as you
That's
said.
what started from. They are just learning. They are learning. Eventually, they're going to settle down. You know. Eventually, they're
You
going to
know,
settle
the
down,
funniest thing
and they will have learned from so many people,
after these guys, exactly after these
and they end up
guys,
with the best
the
demons.
Yoruba. I don't want to use the word Yoruba demons. I mean, don't. No. TJ, you can't put that word in my mouth. The playboy or the guys that just want to do chop and run. Okay, they get to a particular phase where, having learned with life experiences, all they just want to do is to just chop, 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 chop. Eventually, when they are ready to settle down,
They get the best
they
of
now begin
women
to look for exactly
because they
the
have
best of
learned
women.
everything they don't want in a woman, and they have learned everything they need to do for a woman.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So
And
eventually,
I think I'm very
the
painful,
worst of them
especially to
get the
the
best.
girls.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you're not wrong.
You said what, fella?
I said they get the best. That's what I said. That the worst
I
of them
get
get
the
the best.
best.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get the best. Wow. Okay, which one do we want to? We've done the gender inequality, soulmate, toxic masculinity, emotional intelligence. Okay, so let me ask this question. Now, are you now saying that toxic masculinity is what actually leads to? Because I've seen most females saying that most of the guys they've been with have been emotionally unavailable. So,
Well,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes. You got no funny. Is it the person that is trying to is trying to get a 500,000, 600,000 naira job that nobody's helping him out with, that wants to be emotionally available to you to answer, have you eaten today? I'm not eating today,
you're
man.
right. That thing
I'm not
affects us,
hungry.
man. I'm not even mad.
I'm not hungry today. Don't ask me if I'm eating today. I'm not hungry today. I mean, the times
Wow.
that I'm trying to figure out something out in one of my business. All right, I'm trying to put this and this together, and my baby just asking questions or talking about something else, and I'm like, "Yo, I beg, I beg, make I
I need
finish
to
this thing
focus.
first." You understand? I need to finish this thing first. You understand? So now think of somebody that is not even anywhere yet.
Hmm.
I mean, I have a long way to go, but at least I've taken some steps forward. Now imagine somebody that is where I was maybe 2018, and I tell you I was in a bad place 2018. Right? Imagine someone that is where I was 2018. They're now expecting to be emotionally available for you, and they're not even helping matters.
You're expecting so much from the person to
That can
deliver because
that can't give so
he's a
much.
man. That thing happens a lot, actually. I think I've made that mistake in the past too. And then I was like, hey, today calm down. This guy is human. He's just like you know. So thank you for clarifying that. Now we understand. So when you are with an emotionally unavailable guy, what should you do?
That's
For
the
the purpose
point.
of people listening.
The That's why I said earlier that look, there's a basic level for people that should be in a relationship, and it's not an age thing. If you know that you're not emotionally available yet, you know that there are things that you're dealing with, you know that there are things that you want to do, all right, that you need to attend to. No need going into a relationship. All right, no need
No
going
one.
into a relationship. Just deal with yourself. Deal with yourself, and then when you know that you can be available for a woman, and this is just something basic that you should be taught as a boy child. Don't waste any
Yeah.
woman's time. If you
Mm-hmm.
are not ready for her, leave her alone. And when you know that you are ready,
Preach it!
then
Say it
as
louder!
simple as that. This is something that every father should teach a son, every mother should teach a son, every older brother should teach a younger brother,
Oh, my
every
time,
uncle,
please.
every cousin should teach a boy child. If you know that you're
Let
not
me
emotionally
go.
ready, if you know that you're not interested, then leave it as that. If you know you are looking for a fling, look for women that are looking for flings. I tell you,
For
there are
flings.
women that are looking for flings. All right. So look for people that are looking for what you're looking for. And
Okay.
don't waste any person's time.
I need somebody's daughter to,
Yeah.
and somebody's son. Do you agree that some females can be like that too? Because I don't want it to be like
Yeah.
it's one-sided.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sure.
Tunji, would you like to talk about that? Because I think we've discussed about that before. Saying that female keeps males around and they know that they're not really going to feed up with them anyway. But
There are
because,
plenty. I think
yeah,
there are even worse than guys.
Well, the beautiful thing is that the society makes it look as painted it rather that females can do that.
yeah,
Try to keep so many guys around, okay,
yeah,
while still trying to weigh their options and trying to say, okay, what's gonna happen here?
yeah,
This guy, do I see a future with this guy? Okay, this guy has this but doesn't have this. This other guy B has this, and then you begin to compare different guys together, but you're still keeping them around and still giving them that kind of emotional attention, quote and unquote. Okay, it's only a guy that is a playboy that can do that. When it comes to, Fola says something about how emotional strength, the emotional strength rather of
of
a male
women.
compared to that of a female earlier. All right, so when you compare the emotional strength of man
Yes.
to that of a woman, we were able to establish the fact that for women it is stronger. I mean, they are able to
Yes,
undo themselves
you're
better.
rich.
All right, does it
Yoruba,
make us a Yoruba witch?
Yes, Yoruba
Maybe.
rich. I have met Yoruba rich in my lifetime.
I've learned something
Yoruba
today,
rich.
Yoruba witch. All right, so there are
Now I know.
females. There are females like that,
Do you know
and
there are females that can love you
so
this
how to
minute
what
and hate you
for
next
last.
minute?
what?
Females that can love you this minute and hate you the next minute.
Well, yes, you're right.
There's no guy that can do that. If a guy love you now, he don't love you. Like, if you break his heart, he's probably gonna die. If he genuinely loves you now, what would take him, even if you guys are apart, if you guys are broken up, what it would take him to stop loving you, it go long. And
Ah, good to know.
let me chip this in, and we're not going to talk about it. I'll just put it in, but we're not going to talk about it. This is one of the reasons why men cheat. When they
Yeah.
love you, you break up with them, they can't stop loving you. They don't find closure. They are with somebody else. They meet you another time. The emotions are there
But
again.
apparently, for like
Oh, I'm not agreeing.
there's something
Agree.
called Okafor's law, my dear. Even with females, I mean, it can happen to anybody. Even the females can actually do that. Women can actually do that
Yeah, of
also.
course, of course,
Once they love you,
of course.
Because I'm just
aha.
thinking, because if I love you like this, if I say I don't date trouble like this, because even if you leave me, the love cannot go. Uh, I
And
don't think it can go. It can just.
that's one of the reasons why people cheat. Because
Fola,
you
they
just
said you are
somehow
not audible enough. Sorry.
Emma be no.
Because I think I know some girls that actually end up in, don't have to marry this guy because their ex, it didn't work with their ex, but it doesn't mean they are over their exes, you know.
And when the exes come around, things happen.
Yeah, well, I did.
But we're not talking about that today, so let's leave that aside. That's a very
Hey,
weak topic.
You don't want to go there.
we don't want to go there. We're almost done. Actually,
So,
we're almost
TJ, yes, there are alpha males actually. Yes, there are alpha males. There are
Are
males
you
that
sure?
can
They're
own
alpha males.
their game. Yeah, there are alpha
So
males.
what is an
I
alpha
mean,
male?
from the definition, okay, exactly. So I was gonna say that alpha males are they are defined as men who own their game. You know, see, this is just the truth. It's just nomenclature. Okay, it's just nomenclature because the truth is this person we could see that exhibits the attribute of an alpha male outside.
Mm.
Okay, it doesn't mean that in the person's closet the person is. Have you ever met, okay, I've met someone that looks tough outside in his
Mm.
place of work, and back home the person is very soft.
Yes, actually, the
I
toughest
mean,
of them are very.
back home, the person cannot, not cannot, back home, the person might not even be able to man up, just as society will
Many of them are in
expect
the
a guy
military.
to be in the house. So many of them are in the
Well,
military. So it's just a societal definition. I remember the person who came on here last week said something about the fact that there are males that can't even, okay, so it is expected that a man should be able to do this LPP thing. Men are leaders, providers, and protectors. Okay, it is possible that a male
LPP.
cannot even
protect
throw
himself.
punches. Okay, cannot even protect outside. That doesn't make you less of a man, honestly. There's just some male that will just chicken out. They cannot fight.
Really
It is
bad.
not.
I
It
can
is not a.
fight. I can fight.
They cannot just fight. It
I
is.
can
I
fight.
mean, they cannot just fight.
And let's just say,
You can't do it.
I say I can't fight.
Said he can't fight.
Let's just say that is even one of the things that you should teach a boy child. A gentleman should not fight. I mean, you can get angry and express your anger,
No, well, okay,
but
let's use the word defend.
defend, same thing. No. To defend does not
No,
mean to
like
fight.
maybe someone is trying to harass your woman, and then you are there
It
like,
doesn't mean to
hello, why
fight.
do you have to sexual language?
Defending doesn't. You don't necessarily have to fight to defend.
You don't have to, yeah, exactly. That's
Mm-hmm.
protecting now.
Protect, defend, whatever. You don't have
Fight,
to fight.
whatever.
You don't have to throw punches.
Yeah, sure.
You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to.
Tell
Or
me, Lola.
a gentleman can just use his words.
Gentleman
A
P.
gentleman can just walk away.
Okay, we get that.
Yeah.
So the alpha male is, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. So basically, it's expected that a man is, the alpha male thing. There are so many videos. I mean, in fact, when you watch all these videos, you realize that it depends on one person. There are a lot of confusion
And it's
around
one
it.
person's
Okay,
view.
you will see this person saying this. It's
Everybody
exactly.
has an
So there are
opinion.
so many views on
It's
how
generation.
an alpha male should be
Now,
wired. All right. So the thing is, as a guy, just be the alpha male. Be the alpha male for your partner.
Wait, I
If
don't
that's okay,
understand.
be the alpha male for your partner.
Like, what's an alpha
I mean,
male?
it's that's the point. They expect a man that is expected to own his game. All right, stand up. I said something about the LPP,
LPP.
your appearance. The truth is, it's just a nomenclature.
It's
All
just
right,
basically
if
being
you
a
have
man.
things going on in your
And
life
I'm not saying being a
and you are
man in the
happy,
sense of manopo. I'm saying just
Okay.
be be
You are.
a
Be who
man.
you are supposed to be. That's
Be
being
a
an
man.
alpha male.
Yes, that's basically what they're saying. Just be a man. Just be Okun.
what is supposed to be,
Not
fella?
man
Not
up.
what they're saying.
Not
Because this
man
alpha
up.
male thing is like a muscular guy that he's like really nice looking, like he's got it, he's making it, he's self-made,
Can get the can
attractive,
have all
and
the ladies flocking around, all the
he can
ladies
play
flocking around
girls and
him,
then go
you
away
know.
with
See,
it, that kind
it's
of
just
thing, and he doesn't cry.
let,
He's
let,
like,
let,
you know
let,
what,
let,
fuck
let me
you.
let me let me let me give you some examples. For instance, number one, as a man, you must dress well. All right, in your
Come
wardrobe.
on, come.
We're talking about men now.
This is Let's Talk Masculinity, for crying out loud.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
There's some things you should have in your wardrobe. All right, jackets, white shirts, black pants, black shoe, brown shoe. You must have these things basic, no matter how broke you are. All right.
I need to check my wardrobe.
There's some things you should do in your appearance. Excuse me. There's some things you should do in
Okay.
your appearance. All right. There's a way you should carry yourself. You should walk as a man. You don't walk like this as a man. All right. There are ways you should carry yourself. All right. There's this thing that I tell guys nowadays, like if you're in a place, you're in a room, and you want to talk, breathe in first. Breathe in first. It helps your voice. It helps you. It helps the
Okay,
baritone.
breathing. I thought you
Yeah.
said reason.
No, 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 no. Breathe in first.
No, breathe in.
It helps your baritone voice. All right. It makes you in charge of the room. All right. If you should get a good haircut. All right. Always have a clean haircut. All right. There are things that you should just do as a guy. So it doesn't make you alpha. It doesn't make you omega. It doesn't make you anything. It just basically makes you a good guy.
I love you.
All right, it just makes you a good guy, a proper guy. The Bible said, and Moses was a proper child. It just makes you a proper child.
That makes you gay.
Yes, it just makes you have sense. And then read books.
That
All
kind
right, read books. Be intelligent. Oton, know to drive a car. Know how to drive a car. Know how to do some things. That's
I'm
just all.
checking if
And what
my
if you don't know how
boyfriend
to
has
drive a
those
car?
things.
If you don't
Does
know how
my
to drive a
boyfriend
car,
do all those
What if you don't know how to drive a
learn
car?
to drive a car. You should know how to drive a car.
Why? How?
You're a man.
I mean, I hope you know there are men that are scared of driving on the road.
Yes, so I know some men that cannot drive.
If you're scared of driving on the road, we accept that you're scared of driving on the road. We can help you overcome the fear
Really?
of driving on the road, and you drive on the road.
You see,
That
let
part,
me
I will
tell you
check if
some
I can get the
stereotypes.
chain.
Some men don't like driving. They can't just stand it. I know
Yeah,
some men that can't. They can't
see,
stand it.
that is not a masculine thing. Everybody has fears, all right. There are things that you're scared of, and the only right thing to do is overcome your fears. Be man or woman, all right.
Yeah.
Overcome your fears. Okay, so it's not whether you're a man or you're a woman or anything. You're scared of doing these things. Overcome the fear. That's just the only
What
right
if
thing
it's
to
just
do.
a permanent phobia? They can't just get themselves away.
Permanent.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as permanent.
Some people can't. Oh. It's just like swimming. I'm sure there's something
See,
called phobia. You know now.
yes,
Some
that's
people
what
can't
I'm
just do
saying.
some things.
Overcome it. That's what I'm saying.
There's some people cannot overcome it.
You
But
cannot.
you see it like a form of pressure. This
I
is
rest my
pressure.
case. I rest my case.
Some guys can't. And of course, I wouldn't want to date a guy that doesn't even know how to drive. But if he's like, we have to cope with it, we cope with it because it's not a criteria. I don't think it's not a ticket to win.
I rest my
Really,
case.
for me,
If you have fears, overcome your fears. Be you man or woman or anything
a
that
woman.
identifies.
But of course, I love it if a man can do it. But I know men that they can't just drive.
It's fine. It's fine. No?
Ah! Okay, cool. I think we are. This is 7. Is there any other thing? Okay, let me just ask, because we couldn't touch the fatherhood thing. Do you have any? Can you quickly say one or two things about how fatherhood
We did.
affects? We did
I
at some
think
point, but we didn't go
I
deep.
brushed it.
Yeah, we just okay. So let's just say final words. Final words. What do you have to say to the man that is pressured by the society to be a certain standard? What do you have to say to the man that is bottling a lot of things inside and wants to really become the best version of himself, one after the other, before we go?
Well, more importantly than being a man, be yourself. Be who you are. Discover who you are and be that person. It is from that person that you can become anything in society.
Anything, be yourself.
You're more productive to the society. You have more to give to the society when you are yourself.
Yeah.
When you are happy with
Yeah.
who you are. When you're happy with where you are.
Yeah.
So first thing is be yourself. Discover the things that make you happy. Discover the things that you want to do and do it. And men that are trying to, be better for themselves, it's still the same thing. Find out what makes you happy. You don't have to be happy by the standard of the society. You don't
Excellent. Yeah.
and one of the things I enjoy, I love about the world right now is you can literally do anything and and make make it. I'm talking about legally now.
Hmm.
You can literally do anything. I mean, look at this NFT everything. You can there's now opportunity for you to have any craft, all right,
Hmm.
and make good money from it. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to stick to the old 9 to 5. I'm a very strong advocate against 9 to 5. Trust me. So
Oh my
you don't
God.
have to wait on the standard of the society to be happy by the standard of the society. Just know who you are and find a way out. And if you need help, please seek help. Ask people. Ask
Seek
people.
help.
If you've read the book of the richest man in Babylon, if you read the story of the richest man in Babylon, all right, they've saved my life.
And and
What happened
Nigeria
to you
happened.
guys?
Yeah,
Sorry.
and
This is
see
Nigeria.
me, I'm being happy in my Nigeria as it is. All right. So if 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 you read the story of the richest man in Babylon, you'll see that he actually to become the richest man in Babylon, he actually somebody taught him. Somebody told him what to do. All right. Somebody told him,
Yeah.
look, save a tenth of all your earnings. All right. He made mistakes along
Hmm.
the way, but before he got it right, he was actually taught. He was led. He was told what to do. So if you need help, seek help. Look for people that have gone ahead of you. They don't have to be in your field. It's principles. Whatever principle is here can apply here or can work here if properly applied. All right. So it's all about principles. You understand? So if you need help, please seek help. Don't think that you're a man. You want to the people that end up being men that are worthy to be called men are people that actually seek help, are people that actually cry, people that actually express themselves. All right. So please seek help. If you need help, talk to somebody and express yourself. Always don't be a man by not asking for help. Don't man up by not asking the next guy what he thinks you should do. Don't man up and feel like you can't go and meet somebody older than you. That I mean, there was a time I went to meet one man around that is rich, like he has a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money. He's kind of person that if he buys something from the US today, he wants it from Nigeria tomorrow morning. It will come to Nigeria tomorrow morning. Understand? The shipping and no shipping and things. I mean, I'm not talking about things that have to be on a ship. I'm talking about things that can go on an airplane. All right. So he's rich like that. He's connected like that. I just want to tell that, Oga, please, let your son. How will I do the You understand? Teach me these principles. Just give me the principles, all right? Tell me what to do. Tell me how to go about it. This is what I do presently. How do you think I can make this thing better? How do you think I can? What do you think I should apply to these things that can make it better? Many times I go meet my pastor, yeah, emoji, and go bye. This, and this. What should I do? This is what I want to do next. How do you think I should go about it? All right. Always seek help. Always talk to somebody. Always find somebody that has been there and that can put you through. You can't walk life alone. All right. You can't do anything alone. Always find help. Thank you very much. I'm actually supposed to be in marriage counseling right now. It's 5:7.
Okay.
Oh my,
Thank you so
oppression.
much. Thank you so much for coming.
Oppression.
We really appreciate it.
Pleasure is all mine.
So you want to go, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Samza, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Fola. It was so nice having you here. Thank you so much, Fola.
Pleasure is mine.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Regards to wifey. Okay, today.
All right. Okay. So from my own part, just adding to what Fola said. As a man, what you cannot do yet doesn't define you. All right. And the fact that you cannot do something yet, and I'm being intentional about the word yet, doesn't mean you are incapacitated. All right. Enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Nobody has a manuscript of, there is no manuscript on how to live life, okay?
Yeah.
And so which means nobody has lived, and also nobody has lived life before. Okay, maybe some people have, I don't know. Anyways, just as Paula said, learn. All right, learn. Just try to learn, okay? And in the bit to learn, never let society define who you should be. I mean, never let the society, don't give in to societal pressures. Enjoy life. Many times we have people, this is beyond men now, both men and women, basically human, where we think at this age or when we get to this phase, when we have this particular amount of money in my account, then I will give myself a treat. When I have these, then I will, and all those things. And the list goes on and on and on and on like that. There is no right time. There is no best time to be happy. Be happy always. Never let society break you or make you someone you wouldn't like to be. All right. And don't lose yourself. Yeah, we know that it's not as if the road is going to be sweet. Okay. In fact, what is life without drama? There will always be drama. But never lose yourself along the line. Know what you want and go for what you want. Okay. Fola said something before that it's not everybody that would want a relationship, and I remember someone said it last week also. The truth is, I don't know. Don't just lose yourself along the way. Okay, don't get. We talked about relationship also. Don't get into relationship because you want to find joy. It's not a path to being joyful. Be joyful by yourself. Okay, be happy by yourself.
Happy on your own.
Be happy by yourself. Exactly, on your own. Be happy. You can do all bad by yourself. Okay. Anyways, So that is it from my side.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for your kind words. Gosh, I was able to write.
Happy writing.
Thank you so much, Tunji. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you for speaking with us to the end of the show. We really love you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. So we have come to the end of Let's Talk Masculinity 2.0. We're going to see you guys next week as we bring fresh and exciting guests to you. If you have any other questions, reach out to us. If you have any other suggestions, we are open. We are here. Follow my guest on Instagram. If you guys are not using private account, I don't think so. I'm not sure. Follow them. Ask them questions. Make friends. Are you guys open for friendships and connections? Are you open for friendships?
I'm looking for money.
Money. Money is the goal.
Money is the goal. Connection that will give me money. No problem. I'm hoping.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
All right, bye. Thank you for having me.
Mwah.